All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle one of the biggest, most fundamental decisions you'll ever make in trucking. Should you be a company driver or an owner-operator? Believe me, this is a choice that can define your entire career, so let's break it all down. So, you've got that fire in your belly, right? You're ready to get out there on the open road. But the very first turn you take isn't actually on the interstate. It's deciding how you're going to work. This decision, it literally sets the stage for everything else. And hey, let's be real, this is a huge deal. It's not a small choice. The path you pick is going to directly hit your wallet, your lifestyle, your freedom, pretty much your entire future in this business. So yeah, we need to break this down properly. Okay, first up, let's talk about the company driver route. This is by far the most common way people get into trucking. You can think of it as the stable, well-trodden path, especially if you're just getting your feet wet in the industry. I mean, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You're an employee, plain and simple. A trucking company hires you, puts you in their truck to haul their freight, and in return, you get a steady paycheck. It's about as straightforward as it gets. Now, here's the key takeaway, the really crucial part. The big expensive stuff, the truck itself, the fuel, the maintenance, the insurance, that's all on the company's dime. Your main focus is just one thing: drive that truck safely and get where you're going on time. And the pay? It's refreshingly simple to figure out. Let's say you're getting paid 50 cents a mile. You drive 2,500 miles this week. Boom! You know your check is going to be for 1,250 bucks. That kind of predictability, that's a huge, huge plus for a lot of people. Really, the biggest advantage here all boils down to one word: security. You have absolutely zero financial risk tied up in a rig that costs a fortune. The engine blows up? Guess what? That's the company's headache, not yours. It makes it a pretty perfect, low-stress way to kick off a career. But, of course, there's a trade-off. There always is, right? All that security comes at a price, and that price is freedom and earning potential. The company tells you where to go, when to go, and what to haul. And yeah, the income is stable, but there's a pretty hard ceiling on how much you can actually make. You're collecting a paycheck, not building a business. All right, now let's flip the coin and look at the other side, the owner-operator path. This is the entrepreneurial journey. This is for the person who looks in the mirror and says, I want to be my own boss. It is absolutely a high-risk, high-reward world. See, as an owner-operator, you are the business. It's your truck, your decisions. You're the one finding the loads. You are in total control. You're not just a driver anymore. You're a full-blown small business owner that just happens to be on wheels. And that shift in responsibility, it's massive. All of a sudden, you're the CEO, you're the head of accounting, you're the dispatcher, and you're still the driver. It's all you. But the flip side is, you call every single shot. Which loads you take, where you run, when you go home, it's all up to you. Of course, with all that power comes a whole lot of responsibility, especially for the expenses. Every single cost of running that rig, we're talking fuel, maintenance, repairs, insurance, permits, taxes, and that massive truck payment, it all comes straight out of your pocket. A big spike in diesel prices, that can completely wipe out your profit on a run. And this forces a huge mental shift. You stop thinking about a paycheck and you start thinking about profit. That $2,500 load might look amazing on paper, but the only number that truly matters is what's left over after you've paid for everything else. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. So with all that stress, why on earth would anyone do it? Well, it's all about the upside. The potential for income is so much higher. You have total, complete freedom to run your business exactly how you want to. And hey, if you're ambitious, you can grow this thing. You can add more trucks, hire drivers, build a real fleet. But the downsides? Man, they are just as big. You're looking at a huge financial risk right from the start. We're talking $100,000, $150,000 for a truck. A single major repair can set you back 10, 15 grand, just like that. And your income, it's a roller coaster. You can have a fantastic month, and then the next month you're struggling to break even. You're wearing all the hats, all the time. Okay, so we've looked at both options. Now let's do a real head-to-head comparison. Let's put them side by side so you can see the differences crystal clear. And when you see it like this, the picture becomes so much clearer, doesn't it? It's like a seesaw. On one side, you've got the low risk and high stability of being a company driver. On the other, you have the high income potential and total freedom of being an owner-operator. You're basically choosing between security and freedom. And nowhere is that choice more obvious than when you look at the money. I mean, look at those numbers. As an owner-operator, the potential to double, maybe even triple your income is very real. But, and this is a huge but, that higher number comes attached to all that risk and all those headaches we just talked about. So, now that you have all this info, how do you actually pick a path? What's the right move for you? Let's turn all this information into a real-world game plan for your career. Okay, here's where you gotta be honest with yourself. Look at this list. If you're just starting out, you don't have a pile of cash saved up, and you just want to learn the industry without risking everything, well, the company driver path is the no-brainer, smart choice. But if you've got years of experience, you really get the costs, and you've got that fire to build a business, then yeah, becoming an owner-operator might be the right next step. You know, for most folks, there's a pretty well-established path to success here. And the secret is, you don't have to pick one and stick with it forever. The smartest, safest play is to start as a company driver. Learn the business inside and out, stack up some cash, and then, when you're truly ready, make that leap to being an owner-operator. And I really want to hammer this point home because it's so important. The single biggest mistake we see new drivers make is jumping in way too soon. They get excited, they buy a truck before they're ready, and they just get buried by the costs and the business side of things. Trust me on this. Slow and steady wins this race. So, when it all comes down to it, think of it like this. Being a company driver is like building a strong, solid foundation. Being an owner-operator is building the skyscraper on top of it. And you just can't build a skyscraper on shaky ground. The winning play for most people is to build that foundation first, so you're ready for the big climb. So there you have it. We've laid out the map, showing you the two main highways for a career in this industry. You've seen the smooth, steady road and the steep mountain pass with the incredible view at the top. The only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. Now that you've seen the map, which route are you going to take?